look, it says 9 more minutes. What I have to clarify, because I'm often hearing this blah, 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 blah in my mind. Yes, it's blah, blah, blah to you, but to me, that's my life. I mean, this is what's going on inside of me. You know, I feel these things, I see these things. The battery just went off. And I suppose there's people like me who in the end, inside are little crybabies, but they also have that other part, right? You acknowledge the light and the shadow. You know, yeah, I'm a little crybaby and I mope, but I just went hiking, you know, here for an hour in bare feet, and I talked all the time, you know, and I still had the energy to put up a slackline and then come here, and I know how to, you know, let's call it masturbate or sharpen the sword without ejaculation. You know, that's a skill that you have to work hard for. I mean, if you don't acknowledge that there's something to achieve with a woman, if you know how to simply keep going, because that's what you need. You want your woman to get off your back? Well, sharpen your sword, my friend. You have to be rigorous about it. And it's also what you have to teach your wife or that woman that wants to be with you. You have to teach her this. And she has to be open for that. It's not just about jumping on each other and having sex and like, no. Wife and husband have to learn from each other. But I suppose, you know, the man is the strong, supportive, generally, right? I don't know how it's with you. I'm doing my part of the work. Let's just say it like this. And then my wife has to do her part of the work, which is why if I'm training and I'm hiking and I'm learning how to dance and do all kinds of things, then I suppose she's doing the same thing. And if I would have never met her, then I suppose she would do it still now. And then when we meet, we'd be ready. Because, you know, life brings people together because nature likes strength. And if you show that you are strong and you have strength inside you and you prove it to life, I can survive, you know, okay, life will make you a survivor. But you have to pick the challenges yourself. So I already challenged myself with running and I realized I don't really like it. Not like this. I wasn't born into a running culture. For me, it's more hiking. I dropped cycling for a reason. Because I realized I don't like this fast-paced. You know, runners are often running away from something. Or they really want to get somewhere. Well, I'm already there. If you're still running, well, I don't know. I don't know what you're running from. You know, if you have to kill yourself to keep running, I don't know, you know, do it. I like to be a bit more settled, relaxed. You know, I like to chill. In myself also. But I also have heat, so, you know, I don't have to run because I'm already running on the inside. I just want to slow down a little, which is why, you know, I'll just drink a bit of beer once in a while. You know, I don't have to take all these psychedelics anymore, simply because I already took them. No, the ones that I wanted to take, I took them, and I experimented, and now I'm still a bit clingy, because I'm still uncertain, well, is this really it now? You know, have I managed? Did I break through? Have I just solved most of my boundaries, and now I just have to, you know, keep going, keep up the work. I did not say good work, I just say keep up the work, because what's good, it's just what you think. And that's what should matter, because, you know, who's to judge? I mean, you're here, it's your life. You know, I'm happy I did this, but I also don't, you know. There's still things where I think, you know, there's a little or a lot of work to do. You know, I feel like there are still some parts that need to change. You know, I can do dishes in the bathtub. But at some point, I would like to have a proper kitchen with gas. So I also want to allow myself pleasures. Because I did not go through all of this stuff so that I can renounce everything, you know? I did not go through all of this trouble of, you know, being alone and in isolation so that I can just die off into, I don't know, nirvana. No, I want to be here. And I want to do this. I want to live, and that's the point. Now, what are you working for if in the end you're just gone? I mean, people don't get that. You know, people think enlightenment is just, there's just all kinds of fantasies about what enlightenment is supposed to be. You know, it's like, yeah, is the Buddha really enlightened? Well, does he look happy? Does he live his life? What do you think an enlightened person looks like? Do you think they're gonna be just gone? And it's usually the people who judge if somebody enlightened. Well, I can judge it for myself because I can see myself in relation to everyone else. And I already was different from the beginning. Like I said, I was born like this. It just took me until now to prove it to the people that I know things. And basically, it was put into my crib. I already was born awake. And then people told me everything, you know, that's how you are, and that's how you're supposed to be, and that's how you're supposed to do it. And because I was too weak, and just a little fledgling, and they didn't try to, you know, they didn't try to have me strong. No, not really. They actually wanted me weak. You know, you have to sit for hours on end, you have to do what you're told, and everything you say is nonsense. So I was, like I said, I've said this lot of times already, and just biding my time. I was biding my time until I earned my right. That's the rite of passage also. That's just your life. Because there is no tribe here where you do a rite of passage where somebody comes and says, you know, you have to see everyone as your family, you know. Even the crookiest crook that you actually stay away from, he's got something to teach which is not your place. Otherwise you'd be there with them. And you wouldn't doubt it. You know, you would have just felt like drawn to them. I don't feel drawn to crooks. I'd rather stay away from them. Because I like and accept my gentle nature. I don't want to live my life with people, you know, who run around with guns and sell drugs on the streets. You know, that's not a good environment for children. You know, that just breeds more trauma. And I want to create places for children where they can, you know, not grow up without fear, but where they can make experiences that allow them to be strong, but they surely still have to learn and struggle, which is why there is the question, you know, of homeschooling versus sending your child to a normal school. I think you should, first of all, parents should be allowed to homeschool. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think you should move to a country where you can do it. Or you just have to work hard to change the law. You know, I'm not sure. Because, you know, if you would homeschool, then you've got a problem. Because, you know, okay, you're still homeschooling, right? You teach your children what you want, and then you send them to school. You can do it like this. Because that's the question, you know, that you have to answer in your own time. And it's just gonna unfold in front of you anyway. Because until then, what should I worry about? I don't know how it's gonna be like in 10 years. Or in 5, or in 2. You know, how am I gonna live my life? You know, am I gonna still be here in Germany?